Hi, I'm Joe, this is Lee, and we're at beautiful Comeback Camping, where it's decided to rain on us just as we're doing the intro for this video. Wonderful. Anyway, today we're doing some camp cooking, and we're going to be cooking one of our favourite meals to do. Very traditional, comes from my parents' homeland, and it's called the Spanish paella.
Now, if you would love to stick around to the end of the video, we'll let you know where you can get the recipe from. Also, please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, we'd love you to do so.
So Lee, let's show everybody what we're cooking.
Ta-da! Yum! Okay, so for our Spanish paella today, we have got olive oil, a litre of chicken stock. Bomba rice is generally used to make paella. We couldn't get any this time around, so we have got medium grain rice. Just use the best quality you can get, but your bomba is generally available at a delicatessen. We've got a chorizo sausage. We've got...
Oh, chorizo sausage. Oh. Now, if you were talking to a Spanish connoisseur of paella, they would say chorizo does not belong in there. But we're in Australia, a long way away. They probably can't hear us, so it's all good and it tastes good.
Fantastic, Joe. We've also got 3 small chicken thigh fillets. We've just kept them in the fridge for now. Generally at home, we would put some seafood in a paella, but when we're camping, we are a bit concerned about keeping the seafood at a safe temperature, so we just stick to other meats. We've got an onion. We've got 4 smallish cloves of garlic. We have got 2 tomatoes, half a green capsicum, half a red capsicum, frozen peas which are slowly defrosting. We have got white beans. Now, we never used to put white beans in a paella, but when we were in Valencia and had a beautiful Valencian paella there was white beans in it, and it was so delicious.
It was amazing.
Ever since then, that's what we've included. We have both sweet smoked paprika and a bit of hot paprika, some Spanish saffron, which is also available at good delis, and some cumin. And I think that's about it.
Sounds about it.
Yes. Let's get to it.
Let's get the show on the road.
Okay, so the first step of our paella today is to make a sofrito. And a sofrito is basically a flavour base for this recipe. And I'm going to finely dice the red, green capsicum, tomatoes, onion and garlic. And once they're finely diced, we'll show you what we do with them then. Now, sofrito originated in the Catalan region of Spain and dated back to about the 14th century, and it's used in different countries around the world now too, and different ingredients are used depending on the region or the country that uses the flavour base. But for today, this is what we've got here. So the finer this is all diced up, the better for the recipe. It just helps it saute more evenly and a little bit quicker. But I don't know, when you're camping you get a few bigger lumps in things, but that's not too bad.
You wouldn't want a teary onion when you're doing that, would you?
Oh, I've got my glasses on, so that's helping. Okay, so that is the onion done.
Some people wear swimming goggles when they're doing onions.
They do.
Element 1 of the sofrito.
I saw a couple of big bumps there. So I'm just going to continue on and do the same with the rest of the vegetables. Now, often when we use tomatoes in this dish, we will use a tin of tomatoes, and that works a treat as well. You can just add them in as you're going, but we're using fresh today, and ideally they would be skinned, but just for Joe and I, we're not going to worry about that. We'll just have them as they are. Now, the tomato doesn't matter if it's a little bit bigger, because it'll
break down
a lot better than the other veggies. So that might do for the tomato, I think. Oh.
Pretty gorgeous lump of vegetable, isn't it, when you when you look at all that goes into this dish.
Absolutely.
No wonder it was sort of a favourite of field workers and that for lunch. They'd grab whatever they could, throw it all together and have a hearty meal.
So that's not too bad. At home I'd probably chop that a little bit finer, but honestly I think that will work well. Okay. Oh, capsicum smells great.
Now some of you are probably looking at Lee chopping away. They're thinking, what a load of work for a meal. But look, anything that takes some effort, has a bit of love in it, rewards you so much when you taste it.
Oh, I think that might just about do for that.
Mm-hmm.
They can all go in there together.
All good to go.
And I will dice up the capsicum, the garlic.
The garlic.
And it can just stay on the board for now. And once again, if you don't have fresh garlic, you can use garlic from a jar.
Fresh is so much better.
It is, but often if you're on the road, you may not always have it.
Yeah. But it's a good vegetable. Garlic stays fresh forever.
It does.
So don't be afraid to grab a couple of heads of garlic there and throw them in your travel pantry. It'll always reward you.
Okay.
Good to
We
go.
are done.
Done. The things we do.
There's Joe guarding the fire. His turn now.
We've had a lot of rain, folks. Okay, I'm just going to talk about the fire.
Oh.
So we're going to try and cook this paella over an open fire. It tastes really nice because all the sort of smoke gets incorporated into it. We're just using a cast iron fry pan. You normally use like a paella pan, but oh, it's not level. It'll do that. It'll do. So a bit of olive oil in there. And Lee's going to get cracking on the sofrito. Oh, listen to that sizzle.
Hopefully that's not too hot, but I think we'll
If it's too hot, I'll lift it up on the fire a bit. Let's see how it goes, Lee.
Yep.
I'll be guided by you.
Let's get it all in there. Okay. Oh, I think it might be right.
Oh, that smells amazing.
Looks pretty good.
Great colour.
It's actually the colours of the Italian flag, not the Spanish one.
Yeah.
Okay,
What could you put in there for yellow, I wonder?
Saffron.
Saffron?
Oh no, you could use yellow capsicum.
Yellow squash. Oh, yellow capsicum, yeah, absolutely. It's pretty good. What are you thinking of the heat?
I think it's quite good.
Good? Good.
Yep.
Excellent. That's what I like to
So
hear.
I'll just keep stirring this because I don't want it to catch. What we wanted to do is just to cook down and just dry out a little bit. And it sort of looked like a lot of vegetables in the container, but it does just all break down as it cooks and just add some nice flavour.
See, cooking a paella at a camp, it's almost like a bit of a ceremony or a ritual, and you'll have a whole stack of people watching you. Great, you can cook it over a fire, hey?
Oh yeah.
That's the tradition. Just having a look under, see what the wood's like. It's all still burning nicely.
Now we do have a originated paella pan at home, but I don't know, this cast iron just cooks this dish beautifully, and we find that even at home, if we cook this dish for friends, we'll use this cast iron pan as well.
They're really handy things to have, and you can pick them up for about $25, $30 for a reasonable one, or you can spend a lot more, but I think we spent about $30 on this one, and we've had it for
Quite a while.
6 or 7 years now.
It's cooked a lot of food.
Oh, lovely,
Oops.
lovely bit of bird song there.
Okay, I think I'm going to add the garlic now. I'm just a bit concerned with that fire. It's actually burning my legs a bit. So I'm thinking that I don't want to leave the ingredients in there for too much longer.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll cook down the garlic a little bit because the rest will continue to cook.
Stand around here, though. Save you copping the heat off the fire.
That's okay. Now, are you happy for me to add the spices in, Joe?
You go for it, Lee.
Okay, righto.
I'm actually thinking of lifting this up one.
Okay, now
When you've got that sofrito finished.
I am adding, this is the way I measure a teaspoon, so that's probably about half.
It's actually called a lee spoon, not a teaspoon, it's a lee spoon.
Okay, so that's about a teaspoon of cumin. What have I got here? Sweet smoked paprika. And I think I'm going to open the other side. I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Gotta have heaps of paprika in it,
and
a bit of the hot stuff.
I think we
Give
might
it a bit of spice.
About a teaspoon of that.
Yep.
That's looking good. I'm going to quickly give that a stir.
I'll tell you how good that's smelling.
I know, it's lovely. And now I'm just going to add probably, I suppose it would be if you're measuring about a quarter of a teaspoon or a pinch of saffron. About that should do it.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to remove that in a sec.
Now careful, that's going to be a very hot pan.
That is hot. Okay. Okay, we might remove that now, Joe.
Yep. Lee's pre-cut all the meat. We're going to throw it in the fry pan now and start cooking it up. First we need a little bit of oil in the fry pan and then away we go. That's the chicken and the chorizo. Just put it in all at once.
And there's no need to clean the pan after it's had all the sofrito in there. What's left in the bottom just adds a nice little bit of flavour. So the chicken's cut up into about 1-inch squares, I guess, and chorizo cut in half lengthwise and then just chopped up, or sliced up I should say. Well, that's sizzling nicely, Joe.
You're always worried when you cook on fire that you're going to get it too hot. But
yeah, it's hard to get it just right, isn't it?
look, these little fire pits are quite good because you can lift the grate up higher, reduce your heat on your pan a bit, and when you lift it up, it also gives it a good opportunity to throw some more wood in there. They're not dear, hey, they're about $100 stainless steel fire pits.
Yeah, works pretty well.
Amazing. A lot of places don't like you using these because they can burn the ground, but this is perfect. It just sits in the fireplace here, and I think you burn all 300 or 400 calories while you're smelling this cook.
Well, that's actually looking nice. A bit of colour in it. Yeah.
You want to brown it a bit, you get a bit of caramelisation on the meat. Let that chorizo render down into the bottom there, give it a little bit more fat. Now in a traditional paella, you'd find, you know, various meats in there like rabbit, chicken's pretty common, snails, of all things. It was a farmer's dish, so
Yeah, true.
they'd pull the snails up out of the field and throw it in.
Well, they were working, I guess.
Yeah. Working in the rice fields. Yeah, probably not too many people know that Spain grows a lot of rice. Come from the moors. You can see how that little bit of leftover sofritos coloured the meat, hey? I reckon we're getting pretty close to the next phase, Lee. Here comes a sort of magic moment. We're going to put about 3/4 of a litre of stock in there. Feels about right. The stock will just give it a lot of lovely flavour. We'll pop the sofrito in, give it a good mix. Ooh, that little wooden spatula got a bit hot there.
Yeah, that happened to me before too.
You've got to be careful on the fire, you end up burning the spatula. Okay, so that sofrito and the stock and everything is just an absolute powerhouse of flavour there, and then we do the rice. Now there's a thing about paella, you shouldn't really stir it once the rice is in. Maybe just to even it all out. We let it cook.
Oh, yes.
Gonna be good. Okay, when it's boiling like this, or simmering away, just keep an eye on what areas are cooking quicker, and just from time to time give the pan a little bit of a rotate so that you can all share the heat. Oh, that handle's hot.
Okay, so here's our thawed peas. Oh, I've got smoke in my face.
Smoke, it's in your eyes.
Okay, and our white beans, they are drained. That's the whole can of them, drained and rinsed. So they're ready to go in now, and I'm just going to gently toss them in and mix them through. Oh gosh, smoke, smoke, smoke. Sorry. That was not the best place to stand. Okay. Now.
Just gently incorporate them in, Lee.
There we go. They'll just simmer away on the top anyway. There we are. What do you reckon, Joe?
Looking pretty good to me.
Yeah, I don't want to disturb that.
Yeah, there's a little crust that forms on the bottom of the rice called sopara, I think it is. And it's a must on a paella. Okay, one last step before we take it off the fire and let it rest for a bit. Stick a little bit of lemon in there.
There we go.
And whoops, we'll pop a lid on that Normally you'll see a bit of alfoil or something cover it up. We got this glass lid, it works quite well. And all will be revealed in about 20 minutes. Let's see how we go. So Lee, after all that, dodging the rain,
Yes.
trying to keep that blessed little fire lit in all the squalls, and chopping it all up, getting it all ready, what did we end up with?
Yum.
Oh, it looks pretty darn good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I want it in my belly.
We want it in our belly. So what are you waiting for?
Okay, here we go.
Now the lemon is a really nice touch. Squeeze the lemon on it to give it a bit of extra flavour. Oh, it looks awesome, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Now, it is a little bit involved to make a paella, but it's not hard. It just takes time and a bit of patience. And believe me, it is so worthwhile to make it at camp or at home. Impress your friends. One of the greatest party tricks around is a good paella. What do you reckon, Lee?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So let's get it in our belly. Can't wait. How good is it to sit down, Lee, at 3:30 and have lunch?
Absolutely. It's wonderful.
It's amazing.
Lunch, dinner.
So cheers to a wonderful old recipe. We hope you certainly give it a go. It's well worth the trouble. We'll see you next time, folks.
Bye.
Cheers. Oh my, where do you start?
With the lemon.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Nailed it.